What's going on, guys? Ethan from Think Like a Jew here, and today we're going to be going over the top investments you guys can be making in the year 2021. But before we get to that, I want to take this chance to remind you about WeBull's limited time offer of 4, yes, I said 4, free stocks when you sign up for their platform and deposit $100. From these free stocks, you have a minimum of making $12 or 12% back on your money, with a chance of earning up to $3,600 back on these stocks. And that's music to a Jew like me's ears. I mean, who can turn down free money? And if you don't know about WeBull yet, it's an online commission-free trading platform that you can access on your phone or laptop with the top-of-the-line graphs and analytics, the sleekest user interface, and the best reliability out of all of the online trading platforms. I mean, I use it for all of my stock trading needs, which is why I recommend it to anybody trading stocks. If WeBull has piqued your interest, I'll leave my link down below in the description so you guys can go check it out and start trading your stocks today. Also, if you guys want to go check out my other social medias, Think Like a Jew on TikTok and Thinking Like a Jew on Instagram, I'll be posting there every day that I'm not posting here, so if you want to keep up with me and get more finance tips, make sure you guys go check those out. Now, before we get into the video, it is about investing, so I'm going to have to run this quick disclaimer right now. I'm in no way a financial advisor. I'm a random Jew on the internet, so don't take this advice as financial advice. I post on here to entertain and to teach others what I've already learned. If any of the investments in this video catch your eye, make sure you talk to a financial expert before you thrust all of your money into it. With that out of the way, let's hop right into the video. Now let me just take this chance to tell you just to stop doing whatever you're doing and watch this video right now, because this may be one of the most important videos of your life. You might learn the strategy that will allow you to financially coast into retirement if you pay attention. Now keep in mind, ways to make money work for you in the most efficient ways are in high demand right now. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the top ways to invest your money right now in 2021. In my opinion, the best investment a teen can make is into themselves, whether that's through books, courses in your subject of interest, and even paying for a mentor to teach you what you want to do. If you're just beginning your financial journey, I'm going to be coming out with a video very soon highlighting the top few books that you should read to get into that money-making mentality. If you were going to go out and take a course, I would recommend something that was very high demand, like coding, real estate, and something that could benefit you in the future, like stocks. After finding what you want to do, finding a mentor would be the best next step, and something that I see a lot of people not even think about doing. This is because it's one thing to know something from a book or hear about it from courses, but it's a completely different thing to see that very same thing happen in real life. If you ask most millionaires today, they would contribute their success to their mentor. So if a millionaire is saying that a mentor got them to the place they were at that point, why would you not invest in a mentor? As for books, just a little bit of a Jew tip here, make sure that they're not on YouTube in audiobook form before you go out and buy it, because I've listened to a lot of good books just from YouTube. I mean, for free. I don't have to buy them. I just take a screenshot of where I leave off and then pick it up the next day, and it's extremely easy and it's free. Investing in yourself is such a key first step to success, and I see a lot of people skip it, so make sure that you don't. From here on out, we'll be talking about assets that you can buy with your money now, and then they'll appreciate over time and build you wealth. We'll be talking about these investments from least risky to most risky, but keep in mind that risk is reward. So the most risky thing is going to make you the most amount of money if you do it right, and the least risky thing isn't going to make you a lot of money, but it's going to be the least risky. The first type of investment you can make, and the least risky, is a high interest savings account. All they require is making an account at a bank, which I've already showed you guys how to do, at a high interest bank, which is basically Citibank or Ally Bank are my two recommendations. But keep in mind, by the time you've seen this video, the best banks for interest rates may have changed, so make sure you do your own research. The problem with this type of investment right now is due to the disease. They're only offering about 0.5 to 0.7 interest per year. And if you think about it, inflation is eating away at your money at 2% per year. So basically, by having your money in a high interest savings account, you're making a little bit more than you would make by just having cash at your house, but inflation is still decreasing the value of that money. So if you're looking for full liquidity and basically no risk to your money because it's FDIC insured up to $250,000, then this might be for you. But keep in mind, your money is constantly being eaten away at. The next option is called a CD, or certificate of deposit, and basically it's a savings account with a agreed period of time that you have to leave your money in the bank. Now typically banks offer a decent amount higher interest rate than what they do on their savings account, but due to the disease going on right now, that's not going on. They're basically the same as all the savings accounts. They're not really beating inflation, but if you're watching this post-disease, check out the CD interest rates, because if they're beating the current rate of inflation, that might be a very good buy for you. Now that's only if you're looking to combat inflation and make sure your money doesn't lose value, but if you're looking to gain value on your money, make sure you pay attention to the next few investments. The next option involves a little bit more risk, but is very safe when it comes to the world of investing. It's called a United States government bond. Imagine a bond as almost an IOU with the government. Basically, you're paying for a small portion of the US debt or the running operations of the United States, and they're giving you a bond, which gives you a certain return on your money per year. You can buy a bond at most financial institutions and can easily find a broker. This is basically relying on the United States credit to pay back their debts, or you could just sell the bond at any time. But the risk in this is the bond market crashing, which is the case for most markets out there, or if you're taking a very long bond, then you have to make sure that the interest rate is not caught up to by inflation, because then at that point you may as well not even be holding the bond. And I don't see the United States going out of business anytime soon, so I'd consider this a pretty safe play. Also, keep in mind that the stock market and the bond market are often a reflection of each other, with one going up, the other going down. So just keep that in mind for the future. If you see a pattern and you recognize it, then you might want to hop on the bond market if the stock market's starting to trend downwards, or vice versa. So just keep that in the back of your head. Another type of bond is called a corporate bond, and it usually has a higher rate of return but is a little bit more risky. Instead of the federal government backing this bond, basically it's just a corporation of your choosing. This is riskier because a corporate business can go out of business, obviously. They can go bankrupt. So what happens then? You just lose the bond. So that's a little bit of a risk that you should probably watch out for. If you're really looking to invest in a certain company, I would steer clear of bonds and go more towards stock, because when you sell bonds to a company, you're basically saying, here's some money, pay it back to me, we'll be G's. But if you buy stock of a company, it's basically saying, I'm buying a portion of your company. This is mine now. I am a part-time owner of this company. So I value that a lot more than debt, because I grow along with the company instead of me just being paid back a set amount with interest on top of that. That's just my philosophy though. Speaking of stocks, that's the next type of investment we'll be going over. The idea of the stock market is that you can buy a small portion of a company called shares. When the company that you invested into has positive news or beats revenue, or basically just improves and adapts and overcomes, I guess you could say, and just becomes a better company, and more people are willing to buy into that company, and the demand for the stock goes up, then the price for the stock will go up and you will make money. Now keep in mind, stocks also go down when the company has bad press, doesn't beat earnings, or just any negative pressure happens, or God forbid, goes bankrupt and you lose all of your money. Stocks have basically infinite upside, but also infinite downside. We can use Tesla as an example for infinite upside. It rose over 700% in 2020 alone. Or look at Hertz, who went bankrupt after the 2020 pandemic basically came out of nowhere and wiped them out of business. That's why they're considered one of the more risky investments in this video, because you can pick a few good stocks and ride them for the rest of your life, but you could pick a few bad stocks and have to suffer for the rest of your life because of that. I would also put crypto into the stock category in the same riskiness. Obviously, instead of signing up for something like WeBull to trade stocks, you could go to Coinbase to trade some cryptocurrency. And basically it's the same thing. They can increase and decrease in value depending on the demand. If you want to invest in the stock market but want to have a little bit of a lower risk, you can invest in S&P 500 indexes. These funds are comprised of the 500 top companies in the United States. So even if one company has a bad day, like Tesla goes down 10%, you also have the 499 other companies in there to pick up the slack. It helps to keep your losses minimal, but also doesn't have the crazy gains that individual stocks have the potential to have. Next up is an investment that I personally cannot wait to get into, and that's real estate. If you're not familiar with the intricacies of buying and selling real estate, then a video will be coming out soon on the topic. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but I'll be talking about what I know, trying to share to the community, because it's something that I am really interested in, and I'm planning to get into as soon as I become the age I can do it, and as soon as I get the money I can make a down payment for. Basically, the idea of it is to find an undervalued property, then buy it, renovate it, and then reappraise it for more money. So you basically build more equity in the home than you spent on the home. From there, you can rent it out to cash flow it to basically pay for your mortgage, your insurance, any homeowners association fees, basically any repairs that you need, and maybe even some cash on the side just for owning this property and renting it out. I love this type of investment because basically your tenant is paying for your entire house plus some extra cash, and the house is appreciating in value, so it's a win-win on both fronts. The final and most risky type of investment is creating your own business, but it can easily be the most rewarding one. Whether it's e-commerce, ATMs, selling shoes, flipping things on eBay, creating your own clothing brand, or doing anything that brings you joy, you can make money in basically anything. But before starting the business, I would refer to investment number 1 in this video, which is investing in yourself, because you need to do a lot of research, a lot of gaining that money mentality before you even think about getting into a business. So make sure you check out step number 1 first. You have to make sure that your industry is profitable and that you can make good margins and that there's not too much competition, and even look for a mentor that can help you get into the industry. These types of investments can either leave you bankrupt or on a list with the all-time great entrepreneurs along with Bezos, Musk, Walton, and Ford. And that's basically all the investments in 2021 that you can make to make a lot of money. And if you think I missed any, make sure you comment them down below, because I'm genuinely curious to see what you guys are investing into this year. Anyways guys, that's going to conclude the video on our top investments for 2021. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you're alerted anytime that I upload. I really appreciate you watching this video to the end. So if you have any comments down below or questions about the video or on finance or investing or anything, make sure you leave them down below. I love to read every single one of your comments. Don't forget about WeBull, the best online trading platform, and my 2 new social media accounts right there on the screen. Anyways guys, this has been Think Like a Jew. I've been Ethan. Have a wonderful day and go make some damn money.